Hello music lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Caeser Pink.
Put your mama down. Put your mama down. Put your mama down. Baby, please.
Today I'm going to do a concert review of the country artist Junior Brown. He performed at the City Winery in New York City, and I just got into Junior Brown a couple months ago, but I was surprised that after I went to see him and made a post about it, it seems like everybody I knew knew of Junior Brown for years, if not decades, and he has a long history of which I knew nothing about. I even dressed for the occasion. Unfortunately, I don't have a cowboy hat. That's a serious failure on the part of my wardrobe planning. But let's see. Well, he played at City Winery. It's a small venue. It's table seating. Came in and had some dinner beforehand. They have a very small menu, but I got some sliders who were good. The seats were decently spaced. Sometimes in New York City, if you go to a venue, they have you so crammed up you can't move. Blue Note is like that, so bad that it's unlikely I'll ever go back there. And and my daughter is making funny faces at me, trying to distract me. But before we get started, please like and subscribe. All the proceeds from this channel are donated to the Arete Living Arts Foundation. Arete Living Arts puts money in the pockets of struggling artists and gives them work opportunity and experience. Our mission is to promote arts that inspire personal, political, or spiritual enlightenment. But, and if you really feel inspired, you can make a donation via PayPal or join our Patreon. The link is below. When the show started, the band took the stage before Junior. The band was a drummer, an upright bassist, and his wife who played rhythm acoustic guitar. It was pretty casual. They came up, plugged in, fiddled with their knobs a little bit, and then broke into a rhythm. But let's take a little look at that. So he was good-humored, sang in a nice low voice, seemed to be having a little bit of trouble with the PA system. Not that you could hear it in the audience, but I believe their monitors weren't as they wanted them to be. A little bit about him: born in 1952. He didn't release his first album until 1990. And of course he plays a instrument that I guess he invented. He calls the Get Still. The upper neck is a regular 6-string guitar, and the lower neck is a pedal steel guitar. The one thing, I'd watched a video of him being interviewed just before I went to the concert, and the one thing I noticed when he came on stage, that he looked very thin. I wouldn't quite say frail, but it made me wonder. But let's listen to a clip of an actual song. This one is one of his sort of hits, broke down south of Dallas.
Guy, when the mile go by, there ain't too much that I'm missing. But I got a wife with a frying pan, and when she talks, I listen. I'm a king of the road, she's a queen of the house, and it may not be a palace, but it sure needs a road on the side of the road. Broke down south of Dallas. Yeah, it sure needs a road on the side of the road. Broke down south of Dallas.
As you can hear there, he's quite an incredible guitar player. Has a lot of interesting techniques, among them detuning while he's playing, tuning back up. He uses some techniques where he plays with a pick, but it also does some finger picking with his bottom three fingers. His style is mainly old-fashioned country and western, but it certainly has aspects of rockabilly and early rock and roll in it as well. Now, one of the things great about the show was the drummer only had a snare drum. I think he had a hi-hat and a cymbal, but it was all he needed. He was a great player. He actually did a rather extended drum solo just with that snare drum. He would take the snares on and off while he played, and it was very fun and very impressive. He got a lot of different tones out of just that snare drum using different techniques on it. That's one of the things I really like about what he does. I feel like modern country has too much drumming in it. They play in a big kit. They really they play a rock style, and I really love country music that brings down the drums and puts it in just enough to find the rhythm. Now here's one that really shows off his guitar playing. It's a medley of surf guitar music. Now, one of the things I like about Junior Brown, and another thing that seems to have gotten lost in country music, is in traditional country and western, there was always a lot of humor in the music. And that seems to really have been forgotten, but it's something that he has brought back. And we're going to play an excerpt of a song, and this is the first song that attracted me to him. He made a funny video for it. It's called My Wife Thinks You're Dead.
Instead, told you wanted by the police, and my wife thinks you dead. Somebody spread the rumor that you had lost your life. 'Cause that's the way I heard it before I told my wife. Here you showing up again, the talk is getting round, and I can see that one of us will have to leave this town. If you think that I want trouble, then you're crazy in your head, 'cause you're wanted by the police, and my wife thinks you're dead. The caller wrote me, just up and disappeared. Nobody knew what happened, where you been for all these years.
Now, in the interview I recently watched of him, he talked about comedy and music, and said he felt like all the artists took themselves too seriously these days, and they didn't want to be seen as being comedic, I guess, which seems to be true, and this is true also in rock music. Now there's another song here, a really beautiful slow song. Let's listen to a bit of that. I don't know what it's called.
I don't need any more rehearsing. Got all the training that I need. I don't have any trouble loving you, 'cause you're deep in the heart of me. I got a heart as big as Texas. It's been loving you a long, long time.
I love that chord progression and vocal melody in that part.
Special thing, that kind of trust is mighty hard to find. I might have some trouble thinking what I'm thinking, wondering what in the world you're thinking gonna be. But when it comes to the part where it's all gotta start, you're deep in the heart of me. You're deep in the heart of me. You're deep in the heart of me. I got a heart as
A beautiful song. Now, during the set, there was one song which his wife sang, and she wasn't anything great, but it was a nice change of pace, and she was pretty good. Let's look at a minute of that.
He took a job on a temporary basis, said he'd be back in a month or so, but now everything's going all to pieces.
Actually, this one has really nice comedic lyrics as well.
He left a whole lot of unfinished business, and I tell him every day on the phone that this handyman just better make a house call and get his handies up on home. 'Cause a handyman comes in mighty handy, and he's a mighty handy son of a gun. He's just my kind of guy with a twinkle in his eye. He sure knows how to get the job done. When he gets home, nothing's gonna get neglected. He's making all the home improvements that he can.
But overall, it was a great show, really fun, real authentic country, which you don't hear too much of anymore. At the end of the night, it turned out it was his birthday that day, and the audience tried to sing happy birthday, but it didn't come together. But he said, I really appreciate this birthday, and many of you know why. And then he talked about having cancer and saying that 2 or 3 years ago, maybe, he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, which is the worst, as he said. There's no stage 5. But he told a story about his faith and how he decided not to worry about it and just move forward. And that at this point, he was cancer-free after some treatment, a lot of treatment. Which I'm certainly glad to hear he's cancer-free. But that announcement really hit me hard. I felt quite depressed hearing it. I've been thinking a lot lately about artists. A lot of artists have a moment when they're great. And that moment can be very fleeting. Maybe it's for one album, maybe it's for a few albums, maybe it's longer. And I try to really savor artists when they're at their peak doing great work, because you never know how long it's going to last. It might end because of death, or it might end because whatever makes an artist great is fleeting, it's magical. It can be there one moment and go on the next moment. So hopefully he'll be around for a long time to come, but it really, especially since I just got into him, he's been around forever. People have been listening and appreciating him. And there's a lot of his music I have yet to discover and enjoy, but it made me sad that, perhaps this will be the only time I ever see him. But it was a great show, and if you're into that sort of thing, I recommend it. Let's listen to one more excerpt before we go.
Do what's right. If I write you out a ticket, then you better drive slow. I'm just doing my job on the highway patrol. I'm the highway patrol, the highway patrol. Hours are long and my pay is low. I'll do my best to keep you driving slow. I'm just doing my job on the highway patrol.
Well, thank you again for visiting my channel. Please like and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, but it helps us build the channel. And the more funds we can bring in, the more artists we can help, and the more great art we can create. Thank you.